Hey everyone, me again. Thanks for coming back and listening to me ramble again. Um, so, yesterday was kind of different for me. It was my first posting on this channel, and again, it's something that I had been wanting to do for a long time now, but was just way too scared to ever consider beyond just that initial idea. I was worried about being judged and worried that no one would watch and etc., etc., etc. But, I'm really happy I did it. And, the support that I have received has been very positive so far. And I'm hoping that this will be a very good experience for me, for all you guys watching, just for everything. Really allow me to continue to face my fears, but maybe also include a new kind of hobby for me, something else that I can do with my time. I have a lot of time now because I am off school for the month of December. I've been off since Thanksgiving, going back in early January. And, I found myself within these past 3 weeks needing to find a new use of my time. I've have a lot of extra time that I didn't have previously now. So I think this can be something really fun to fill my time with, and I'll be anxious to try and do something that will keep you guys interested and will make me interested to share with you guys. Circumstances being what they are today, unfortunately, I don't think I can post a singing video right now. I don't think that's necessarily a fear-based thing, though I guess maybe perhaps, but I was counting on being home alone today, and that's not exactly how things turned out. So because my mom is working from home today, and my dad should be home fairly soon. I don't think singing is the best thing right now, but I promise if you stay tuned, there'll definitely be more singing. So if you ever have any suggestions for what you would like me to sing, post in the comments. I'm happy to hear from you. My musical tastes have expanded slightly over the past little while or so. Primarily it's still Broadway songs, but I know some pop and other types of things. So yeah, that would be really cool. What else is going on that's slightly interesting for you guys to know? I work later today. I work at a local independent bookstore, and I've been working there for about 2.5 years now, and I really do enjoy it there. I love it a lot. They like me there. I like it there. It's all just really good, and an employee discount on books is always a good thing. Primarily, I read young adult fiction, but I, am pretty much open to most everything. Favorite books is probably a good thing to talk about since I brought that up. I would probably say my favorite book, just as a whole, is Every Day by David Levithan. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Apparently they're turning it into a movie. Don't exactly know how I feel about that, but especially if they're turning it into a movie, read the book before you see this movie because it is phenomenal. Essentially anything by David Levithan is amazing, so read it, read him, just everything. But that one it's really special, and it just grabbed my heart, and I love it. Actually, just the other day, I finished reading a book called The Librarian of Auschwitz. It's based on a real person, real people, actually, but it is considered YA historical fiction. And it is about this 14-year-old girl who was a prisoner in Auschwitz in World War II, but was in charge of the Block 31 library, so they had about 8 books that she had to keep hidden from the Nazis. And, you know, just when you think you hear every story of World War II, you come across things that you had no idea that were ever even a thing. So World War II has always been kind of one of those things that have weirdly fascinated me. You know, it's so horrible that you can't help but want to know everything you can about it. Maybe that's also, I'm a psychology major in college right now, so maybe that has something to do with it. I don't exactly even know. But, you know, it was a really eye-opening book and experience, so I'm glad I read that. What else have I read that's been really good? That's only been 2 books so far. So, rounded out, it's older, but obviously with the popularity of the Netflix show, if you haven't read 13 Reasons Why, the book, read it. I love the book. You know, I have seen the Netflix show. I think it's really good. I don't think that it needs a 2nd season, but that's beside the point. But, oh, the book is just phenomenal. So read that. The other series that I've finished recently is the Dorothy Must Die series by Danielle Page. So that's really cool. It is, you know, it's fantastical, which isn't something that I necessarily normally gravitate towards. But, you know, as I was telling you yesterday, I'm a huge Wicked fan, so it caught my interest right away. So essentially the premise of that one is, you know, what if Dorothy weren't such the sweet, innocent farm girl that we all know and love from The Wizard of Oz? What if she was real? And what if she came back to Oz and essentially became an evil dictator? So there are 4 books in that series, and it's just complex and deep, and oh, it's really good. If you have the means, go and get that one. The other series, I think that is number 5 if I can count correctly, but I'll round it out with this time around, is the Program series by Suzanne Young. It's dystopian in a way, but not necessarily in the traditional sense. And, you know, it's not a Hunger Games or Divergent, it's not like that, but it's essentially set in the slight future, but it is set in Oregon, in a world where teen suicide has become an epidemic, and they're trying to stop it. So I believe the 6th book is coming out at the beginning of this next year, so I'm anxiously awaiting that. But again, there's going to be 6 books in all, but that is a really gripping tale. You know, there's romance, but there's mystery, drama, suspense, pretty much kind of everything you can want in there. So, once again, I apologize if you really wanted to hear me sing again. Again, don't worry, you'll get plenty of chances. But I just wanted to share a little bit more about me in this one. And thank you for watching and supporting me in this quest to conquer my fears and heal myself, to grow into a better person than I was before. You know, I'm realizing now that I'm definitely, that's a weird way of putting it, but, you know, I've been struggling with issues of low self-esteem for most of my life, And I'm just now starting to realize that, no, I actually am a good, kind, worthwhile person, and that I don't need to live in fear and anxiety, insecurity, doubt anymore. So I just want to thank you for being a part of my journey and being a part of this healing process to get me to be the best me that I can be, not only for myself, but for those people I care about tremendously. So, once again, there will be more singing, there will be more me telling you about myself and my life. Leave me any comments or suggestions about anything. I'm willing to listen. I'm always open if you need me. And I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.